Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the carbon copy method of transferring an image or tracing an image. I'm just going to use the smaller snail for right now just to save time, but to transfer an image, what you can do is on the back of that image, move your paper, you color. I suggest using a number 2 wooden pencil. Oops, don't do that. There we go. Okay, now that I have it all covered with pencil lead, the harder you color with pencil, the more likely it is to transfer to your paper. But anyway, now that I have it colored, I'm just going to hold it up so I can kind of see and make sure that everywhere that the image is that I want to trace, there's pencil lead underneath. That is key. So now that I have it colored on the back with pencil lead, I'm going to put my paper underneath just like this. And another key thing to remember is to tape your picture down, because if you do not tape it down, it will most likely move and then you won't be able to get it back in the right spot. At this point, you can either use a sharp pencil or a ballpoint pen. I'm going to use a ballpoint pen, and I like to use a different color so I can see what I've already traced. So the idea is, once you have, when you start to press down with the pen or pencil, it is actually pushing down on the pencil lead that was underneath, so that it actually goes and transfers all of that pencil lead that you colored underneath, but only where you're actually pushing down. It's like creating a carbon copy. So I'm going to show you real quick how it is actually transferring. And I'm pushing down, but I'm not actually like cutting through the paper or ripping the paper. So what you're going to do for step 2 of this grid project, you are going to trace your larger image that you've drawn using the grid onto your final sheet of paper, which we want it to be not copy paper, we want it to be at least sketchbook grade paper. We want it to be like regular drawing paper, or if you plan to use some watercolor at the end, you can use some watercolor paper. I am just transferring mine onto just basic sketchbook paper. So anyway, I'm almost done. It's important to kind of move slow, especially if this was your final image. I'm moving quickly so I can show you how this works, but you want to move kind of slow so that it actually so you don't mess up your drawing in any way. Okay, so now you can see I've started to press down. There's a few more places I didn't finish, but that's okay. I'm just showing you that it actually transfers your image, but because I taped my image down, I can put it back down and finish tracing those other elements that I've forgotten the first time. And then step 3 of this project, once you have it traced, is to go in and outline it with Sharpie and add the line quality that we talked about in step 1. So anyway, that is how you create a carbon copy. You do the transfer method. So just remember, you have to have it colored on the back of your paper with pencil. The harder you color, the more likely it is to show up on your final sheet of paper. Tape it down and then press down with a pen or a pencil, and it will actually transfer your pencil lead.